So in your speech, you talked about how you look forward to the intern program. So what do you think you can improve or change about this year's intern program for next year?
So what I've noticed about this year's intern program is that we, board this year, didn't really get to bond or personally know the interns. And I wanted, as I said in my speech, I wanted to change that because I feel like the interns would really want to be the future VSA if they knew what was going on in VSA or in CAB, like how we run things, how we do events, or how we plan events, or like retreats or socials. And yeah.
So you said you look forward to the intern program, and can you describe to me what kind of leader are you?
The leader that I think I am, okay. So I'm one to not really enforce much because of me being shy. And I've learned that through being on board this semester, and that I never really contributed. But I'm willing, because I'm really passionate about helping others, I'm willing to increase my leadership skills and be able to help others out. And yeah.
Tina, your question?
So I think on the bylaws for IVP, it says to like settle internal conflict on VSA board. So say, like situational, Fred and Kenneth are both on board and they have they have an issue together, what would you do?
For me, I would first talk to them individually. I would talk to, like, let's say Fred first and see what his side is on it. And then next I would find a time to talk to Kenneth and see what was the conflict between them two. And then I would decide what I think is the best solution, but it's not according to me. Like I would want them to come together. Like I would probably have like the three of us sit together and talk about it and hopefully resolve that solution. Because if there's a conflict within board, there's always going to be a tension, and I wouldn't want that tension to be within board.
So one of the major roles that IVPs do is, having, making sure that, they're being involved with SCSU campus, and that generally means that that's where all our members come from. So what is your method or your ideal ways to get increased members to come down to VSA?
So because I do know members, or probably board members from APSA, I would probably go to their GBMs and advertise, sell VSA, tell them to come out, that we're not just focused on Vietnamese culture, that we're diverse. All of us are diverse. I'm not even Vietnamese. And so I would sell it to them, and not only would I go to APSA, I would also go out to AB Samahan or any other cultural organizations to see if we can gain more members that way.
So Cindy and Tina.
Okay, so part of IVP's responsibility is to work with other orgs, build a relationship. How are you planning on doing that with other orgs?
So I know this year Fred worked closely with AB Samahan and APSA and APIC. And for me, first, what I would do over the summer is find out who won that position, or who was able to get the position of the internal. And I would probably contact them either through message, like Facebook, or actually personally meet up with them when school starts, so that I get to know who they are, and if I don't know them, so I get to know them better, and then we can possibly talk about like helping each other out and showing support to each other's organizations.
Okay, so also VSA is a growing org on campus compared to the other established ones. How are you gonna market to new members, potential members, that were different than the other cultural orgs on campus?
How I would sell us is saying that, yeah, we are a growing org, and that just to show that sorry. So how I would sell VSA and to get, because we're really small, or we're growing, I would want to tell them that they could, like, I would suggest that they try it out, because what if an org that they looked at wasn't one that they wanted to be in, and they're still looking, like possibly VSA is one that they can go to, because we accept everyone, and that we're like a family too.
Tina, and then the last question will be on.
So you are academic coordinator for this year for VSA for a whole year, and could you tell us some things you've learned from being on CAP for a whole year that could help you for IVP this year? I mean, if you were next year.
So one thing that I've learned is being able to speak out. I know that I haven't really been able to voice my opinion because I'm one to really keep quiet, and I'd rather hear others' opinions over mine. And so if I do get IVP, I would want to change that and be able to voice my opinion and stand up for myself, because I know I usually don't. I'd rather like back away and try not to, let's say, cause any conflicts, because I wouldn't want that to happen. So if I do get IVP, I want to be able to, during CAB meetings, say if I had anything on my mind, then I'll actually say it, rather than just staying quiet and not saying anything
And
at
the
all.
last question will be on.
So you mentioned IVP is the president's right-hand man. So let's say what happened if something happened to the president and you have to take over for a certain amount of time, so let's say a month. How comfortable are you doing that?
I would be comfortable, but first I would talk to the president and see, like, have our one-on-one conversation and see what is going on and see if there's anything that I can do to help. But if they have to back away for a month, I will step up and take that position until the president is ready to come back. And then till then, I will run as if I'm president. And then, yeah.
If you guys would like to extend Q&A, someone would have to make a move, and then someone have to second. Is there a hand?
So I think one important thing to touch on as internal vice president is homecoming and Greenfest. I know we didn't talk about it, but to you, why is it important for VSA to participate in homecoming and Greenfest?
So I know that we we placed for 2 years in Greenfest, and I think that really shows that even though we're a growing org, like that we have talented people, and that we can show like who we are, and especially since we're an API org, like since we're an API org, usually you would think like we're like the underdog, kind of. And so to me, it's really important to get our members involved in homecoming and Greenfest, and it's actually one of my goals to we don't have to place first, but to me, what's important is placing in homecoming and or Green Fest, just to get our name out there and to show that we're small, but we have a big impact on the campus.
Okay, thank you, Ayla. That will be the end of Q&A.